God is good, and today, guys, we're going to be talking about the Starbase MMO RPG that's coming out because it's pretty exciting, especially because I know there's a very big audience for this kind of open world space MMO, especially with some real first-person shooter kind of combat, and this looks really good, but it doesn't look too good, and what I mean by that is it doesn't look impossible like some other unmentioned MMO projects that maybe have been going on for way too long. Anyway, we're not going to talk about that. We're going to talk about Starbase by Frozen Byte and all the details we have on it so far, because if you're interested, you could jump into the Steam Early Access very soon, and so we're going to be talking about all that today, so stick with me to the end of the video, please. Before we begin, I want to give a big, major shout out to the members of Napalm. Thank you all so very much for your support. I could not do this without you. You are the sponsors of this channel, and if you would like to help support this channel, please click the join button down below for more information and a list of perks. And a very special thank you to the Lords of Napalm, Bounty Code, and Ray Cooper. Thank you for your highest tier membership. Alright, so let's talk a little bit about Starbase. So they've been making it for about 6 years now, and it is an MMORPG that focuses on building and designing spaceships and space stations, exploring space, resource gathering, crafting, trading, and of course combat. And the combat, as you can see in some of these clips, is first-person shooter style. Now, it is available. You can go ahead and add it to your wish list for the Steam Early Access version, which looks like it will be happening here in May of 2021. Is the plan, at least at this time of this recording. Now, this is all about conquering space. You can go out on your own and be a pirate or whatever you want to do, or you can join up with friends, which is where a lot of the fun really gets crazy in a game like this, in my opinion. It's a huge universe that, of course, they can just expand upon all they want in future updates, and it has a fully destructible environment. It does use voxel technology in order to be able to do that, and they really focused in on trying to get some simulations that are highly detailed in the game, whether that be piloting ships that you created or the way that the space stations work and the way that they can be built and everything. The goal of this game is that you as a player feels the actual freedom of outer space in this fictional place and being able to feel like you can really unleash your creativity. They're going for this gargantuan, I mean massive, unbelievable scale, and like I said before, thanks to the voxel and vertex-based mechanics in the game, they're able to simulate fully destructible environments with a lot of depth. We're talking minor collisions that break a few outer plates, or fast speed crashes that just tear the ship completely apart, thruster propellant pipe leaks that may cause that spaceship to stall, or maybe they even mentioned that propellant maybe leaking out could cause structural damage, which would lead to failure of the ship. And even when things go bad, there's many options to try to salvage your ship. They even talk about like something as if your ship controls go down, then if you had the know-how, you can go and do manual values straight to the generator and thrusters from the engine room, but that does leave the cockpit wide open for invasion. So it's all about the simulation that you're really out there in space with all the dangers, and they really want this universe where just anything could happen kind of thing. And a big part of this is just that everything can be destroyed, and we mean every environment is fully destructible. You pair that up with the physics simulation using their vortex-based game mechanics and their hybrid voxel technology. It really is designed to make the flights and the exploration and building and destroying more creative and fun. And then there's also the simulation of structural and elemental durability that adds its own kind of twist to everything, and the challenge of your efforts to go out into space and do what you want to do. If your superstructures aren't designed properly, then you may see your spaceship rip itself in half once it hits the pressures of space. Now, as far as multiplayer, of course, this is an MMO where you can interact with thousands of players, you can join factions, so much more. Now, everybody in this game will be playing some type of robot, but you can join up with anybody else you see out in the universe, and it looks like there will be some factions built into the game, and also people being able to create their own factions. You'll be able to build together, fight together, chat, of course, group up to go out and discover and and or settle the galaxy, conquering it, exploring it, whatever you want to do. Also, there will be mining activities, of course, going out and mining asteroids, hauling that cargo with your friends, or starting your own company so that you can become conglomerates of the universe or sector of the universe. And I mentioned before, there are some built-in factions such as the Empire and the Kingdom, which you could decide to fight for those specific built-in factions, or just enjoy your time exploring the galaxy. Now, there is an insurance system in the game. I'm not 100% sure on all the details on that, but apparently you will be able to insure your ship and things like that. Of course, that's going to cost in-game currency, but gives you something so you can go out and explore and not have to feel like that's going to hinder you in too bad of a way. Now, to do some of these massive giant structures and all that kind of thing, of course, you're really going to need to group up with other people to make that more possible and feasible for all the materials that it will take, etc. But you can build and design your spaceships, space stations, and all kinds of devices and things like that. It goes all the way down, as they say, to a single bolt, which, all the way up to massive plates and structures and highly complicated gadgets. So building, repairing, or modifying spaceships and stations, or even smaller devices. Even a small operating ship will have thousands of parts, all highly detailed, all working in different kind of ways, which makes the building and the designing of a ship or any kind of structure in the game a creative process, so that they expect people to come up with some really ingenious ways to do it. They say that learning to use the in-game programming chips will take building and designing to a new level. Innovation, automation of ships, and creating clever ship layouts will make all the difference. You'll be out exploring the vast universe to discover different space stations, different social hubs, and of course, raw materials. Go out on a mission of exploration with your friends and discover what all is out in the universe. Or just head out to an asteroid field and mine some raw materials and salvage different materials from broken ships you find, trade materials at trading stations, or straight up be a pirate and steal them from others. Now, the early access is inviting their players that they call pioneers to this new galaxy, so you can begin to explore and learning different ways to travel and build and all these kind of things. If you head over to their Steam page, which I will leave a link for in the description down below, you can see all their updates as they've been really hammering away at this game, getting a ton of progress done, and it is looking like that they might actually be able to pull off the May 2021 early access date. Stay tuned if you want to know more about this game, but it does look very interesting. Who isn't enthralled by space? What kind of nerd are you exactly if this doesn't sound really freaking cool? Now, the problem is that we've heard this before with a certain MMORPG that has never come to fruition. However, this game has already been tested by many players. It is a real game. It's working in many assets, not just smaller little bites of the progress, but people have actually been able to do quite a bit already in their earlier pre-alphas. So we're about to enter early access, where they're really going to hopefully get a lot of people in the universe and really get to test things out on a massive scale. If you're interested in trying Starbase MMO, you might want to check out the link for the Steam page so that you can put on your wish list or get it when it launches, hopefully here next month in May of 2021. Any major news on this game, and I will try to cover it right here on the channel, so if you're not already subscribed, please consider doing that and helping support my journey here on YouTube. Really appreciate you. Leave me a comment down below. Also, let me know what you think about this project. Are you interested in it? Have you heard of it before? Have you played in the pre-alpha already and tried the game and what your thoughts on it are? Or are you planning on getting it now and never heard of it before? Whatever you want to let me know, leave that down in the comments down below. And of course, throw me a like to help me fight the evil YouTube algorithm. And guys, I hope you enjoyed the video today and learning about this upcoming MMORPG in the deep, dark depths of space. And until next time, guys, God bless and happy gaming.